Broadcasting live from Dar es Salaam, this is TBC News, our top stories. Government recognizes Jane Goodall's Institute role to sustainable conservation. Media role on counteracting stereotypical narratives.
Whether you're a public or private media organization, the goal and message is the same.
Good evening, I am Teddy Mparanyanga. You can also follow us live via YouTube channel TBC Online and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook and Twitter pages at TBC Online. The Vice President, Dr. Philip Mpango, has met and held talks with an anthropologist and primatologist, Jane Goodall, who has spent her lifetime researching on the life of chimpanzees in the Gombe National Park in the Kigoma region. Dr. Mpango has congratulated Goodall for her contribution to conservation in the country and promoting Gombe Park and the Kigoma region. He later officiated a road named after her, named to honor her role in making the world a better place for animals, people, and the environment, calling on the young people to emulate her spirit and do more on forest conservation and the environment in general.
Moja ya vivutio vizuri sana vya mkoa wetu wa Kigoma ni hifadhi ya taifa ya Gombe.
One of the best tourist attractions in Kigoma region is the Gombe Reserve. Jane Goodall's contribution is huge and has been a great teacher of conservation of these animals. And today, I'm happy to say that the mayor has given her a road name as a reminder of her good deeds to these animals.
On the other hand, Jane Goodall has expressed her appreciation for the support she has received from the Kigoma Ujiji municipality and for the government of Tanzania recognizing her contribution and naming the road after her. The Vice President is in Kigoma for a special visit to inspect development projects as well as attending other various challenges faced by the people. The media fraternity across the African continent has been urged to have a patriotic viewpoint in reportage and general portrayal of Africa due to the role that the media has in shaping society. Speaking at TBC in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, the Director General of the Voice of Nigeria, Malam Jibrin Ndache, emphasizes the importance of constructive criticism for public interest after further stresses on the importance of staying true to the Pan-African cause. Faithan Gaga reports.
It is the first day of the visit of the Director General of the Voice of Nigeria, Malam Jibrin Ndache, to the Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation, TBC. And here, his counterpart, the Director General of TBC, Dr. Ayub Rioba Chacha, welcomes him to the TBC grounds.
Please welcome. Please.
On the first day of the visit, Ndache has been able to witness the operations of the Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation and the rich and significant history that the corporation has to the country and the African continent at large.
Yeah, it was formerly Radio Tanzania Dar es Salaam before it was merged with the National Television TVT to form Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation.
Ndache took the opportunity to urge the media organizations across the continent to have a Pan-African viewpoint in its operations, since no one else can shine a positive light if African media does not play that role.
Whether you're a public or private media organization, the goal and message is the same. Nobody will tell your story more than yourself. That is one. Two, if your country burns, you will go down with your country. So it doesn't mean whether you are in a private media organization, there has to be peace, stability in our country, on our continent, before any other person can even. And if you also portray your country in a negative way, if you go out, the passport that you use, nobody will say because you are in a private media organization. No, the way you are treated at airports, the way you are treated by some other country, that stereotyping, stigmatization, and profiling that happen on a global stage will affect you whether you belong to public or private nation. And we also need to understand that because we're in the age of social media, the story that you write, other public or private media, it doesn't stay in your corner. it amplifies beyond your own corner, beyond your country. That is why you require people now, both in the public and private media organization, who not just understand the story, but also the implication of the story.
The Director General of the Voice of Nigeria will also visit some of the tourist attractions in the country, and he's expected to use the standard gauge railway SGR as a way to also witness one of the most significant development projects in the country. Faidangaga, TBC News.
Sadc region, in which Tanzania is one of its members, has set up its first emergency response team following a 2-week disaster risk management induction course in Maun, Botswana. The director of the Sadc Humanitarian Operations, Anderson Banda, says the objective of the course, in partnership with the United Nations, was to capacitate member states to effectively respond to disasters in the region. Here more details with Marinyane Samakata.
SADC member states determined back in 2014 that it was necessary to strengthen their disaster risk reduction and management frameworks for effective and efficient readiness to respond to disasters, and has been working towards producing its first cohort. A total of 30 participants and 30 facilitators are here for that intense training.
In the SADC region, like any other part of the world, disasters do not know borders. Disasters are transboundaries, and different countries have got different capacities. So there is need that when one member state is affected, other member states come in and help that member state. So how do they help the other member state which needs assistance from the other member states? It is this arrangement which the SADC Secretariat came up with to create the SADC Humanitarian and Emergency Operations Center.
The Minister for State President, Mr. Kabomaraing, said that Botswana had not been spared from disasters.
We as a region, including Botswana, have had our share of alarming disasters ranging from the recent COVID-19 pandemic, the scare of Ebola epidemic, cyclones, floods, droughts, diseases, and others. The region saw the outbreak of the African migratory locusts, AML, in February 2020, with a resurgence in Botswana, Namibia, Zambia, and Zimbabwe in April 2020, impacting on our food security. One thing we can all agree on is that these disasters have had and will continue to have devastating humanitarian impact on the development of all the 16 member states of the region, including my own country, Botswana, warranting billions of dollars to be utilized to respond to and avert the debilitating humanitarian effects.
The induction training will work closely with the Botswana Defense Force, the National Disaster Management Office of Botswana, and the Botswana United Nations Resident Coordinator's Office, and it is hoped that the cohort will be ready to be deployed immediately.
The Registrar of Political Parties in the country, Judge Francis Mutungi, has instructed political parties to explore best ways to end internal grievances so as to protect their long-term political interests and of the nation as whole. He gave the directive during the opening of the political parties training on the implementation of the Political Parties Act, where among other things he urges them to run their parties as public institutions.
You have to resolve conflicts within yourselves rather than to shift it to other political parties, because political parties that resolve conflicts amicably are examples to the society.
On the other hand, some of the political party leaders say the discussion has been critical in minimizing conflicts within their parties.
We
have been urged to end internal conflicts through reconciliation. It is an opinion that we have taken very seriously, though we have ended our internal conflicts.
We can't say we don't have conflicts. Even within the family there is conflicts, but we sit and listen to each other. The meaning of leadership is to accept failure and criticism.
The issue of preparations and plans for the election was made clear by political parties.
The goal of our political party is to win, and I believe that the upcoming elections will show that ACT is going to win different seats.
The training is organized by the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties, targeting to guide the parties in the best way to plan their party's budget. The Capital Markets and Securities Authority, CMSA, has launched a joint investment program with the Sanlam Investment East Africa Limited Company, which includes two funds, the Sanlam Pesa Money Market Fund and the Sanlam US Dollars Fixed Income Fund, which will enable citizens to invest from 10,000 shillings and earn dividends. Speaking in Dar es Salaam during the launch of the program, the Chief Executive Officer of CMSA, CPA Nicodemus Mkama, says that the step is imperative to the development of the financial sector, especially in the East African region, capital markets, and in the country.
So I would like to conclude by urging all capital market stakeholders to continue collaborating with the government through the Capital Market and Securities Authority to economically empower citizens and implement the government alternative project financing strategy, aiming to enable the government and the private sector to obtain financial resources for various development activities, thereby fostering social development and economic growth of our country.
Furthermore, CPA Mkama acknowledges the Sanlam company for realizing the benefits of investing in Tanzania, while the executives of the company explain the reasons behind the move.
The government of the United Republic of Tanzania through CMSA will continue to provide enabling environment for promoting development of sustainable, inclusive, and more diversified capital markets, thus fueling economic growth and development across East Africa region.
We thank the regulator for having offered us a working environment that allows us to be able to extend our services in this market. So we look forward to interacting with the market, but offering solutions that will allow every citizen in this country that needs to invest, even those who have got funds as low as 10,000.
We don't want all the profits for ourselves. We are willing to share profits with people, because in that sense you create a win-win situation and you create a sustainable business for everyone in the end.
The Chief Government Spokesperson, Tobias Makoba, has praised the efforts of Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation, TBC, especially in serving the public through the production of various programs and extensive reportage of events. He made the praise while visiting the Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation offices, including television and radio departments, earlier today. Peter Mganga has the following report.
Earlier today, the chief government spokesperson arrives at the Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation TBC offices to experience the way in which various broadcasting activities are carried out at the premises. The visit of the chief government spokesperson starts at the television station division, where he had the opportunity to witness the way in which broadcasting work is carried out by various departments and studios. Eyewitness various TBC Taifa, TBC International, and Bongo FM broadcasting activities.
This is TBC International. My name is Chelo Matuza and she's Farida Hamisi. We are doing the mid-morning show from now to 12 noon. It's called International Edition.
The purpose of the visit of the chief government spokesperson is to meet with TBC and management staff as part of introducing himself after being appointed by President Samia Suluhu Hassan, as well as to strengthening the relations between TBC and his office. Peter Mganga, TBC News, Dar es Salaam.
The Director of Criminal Investigation, DCI, in Police Commissioner Ramadhani Kigai, has presented certificates of honor to 13 police officers whose performance has been ranked outstanding for the year 2023-2024. Presenting the certificates of recognition in Dar es Salaam earlier today, CP can guide the officers have been awarded in accordance with the standing rules of the police force and reflects the police force's motto advocating for discipline, justice, professionalism and integrity.
We have a system in the police force where the police officer who performs better than their colleagues is given gifts in order to motivate other police officers to continue working hard with integrity, to enforce the law and manage the safety of citizens and their property, but also to give them morale as well as enthusiasm.
Furthermore, CP Kingai says the security situation in the country remains under control due to excellent performance and dedication of the police force.
This gift we received today gives us the motivation and strength to continue fighting crimes.
This exercise is held every year, where this year a total of 13 soldiers have been recognized. And before we wind up our local news tonight, let us now take a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Don't miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. International news is up next. And now in sports news, Chief Executive Officer of CRDB Foundation, Tuli says her bank will support the Tanzania athletes team to facilitate their preparation gearing up for the Olympic Games to be played in France this month. Speaking during the announcement of CRDB Marathon, Mwambapa insists that the support will make Tanzania athletes team to work harder in their training, aiming at bringing up Olympic medals to Tanzania.
Nafikiri moja ambayo tumefanya kuwekeza kubwa.
I think we are going to invest this money in young people who participate in the Olympic race in France. We will pay for their expenses in the camp, and we'll make sure that they go to France and represent our country and return back home. If we take care of them and support them well, they can help promote our country and find jobs abroad. Same way as Kenyans, as they are known in the world through athletics.
The 2024 Summer Olympics game is scheduled to take place from 26 July to 11 August 2024 in France. International Table Tennis Federation ITTF, Kalaboga Keitsan, says the game of tennis has grown tremendously in the country compared to previous years due to technical development invested in Tanzania. Speaking to TBC News in Dar es Salaam, Coach Kalaboga insists that ITTF is imparting technical skills and knowledge of the game to coaches so that it can be taught in schools and transform the game to international levels.
For now, I've only met the coaches, not players yet. I'll be meeting the players from tomorrow. So for the past 5 days, I've been working with the coaches. But in terms of their level, they are all beginners. They are all starting to coach. And we're trying to introduce table tennis at schools. This is the objective, not my objective, but the objective of the association.
Table tennis coaches from Tanzania mainland and Zanzibar have been attending a 5-day International Table Tennis Federation coaching course to boost the skills of the game. And that is sports news. And now, before we conclude the news bulletin for tonight, let us take a look at today's weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Hello and welcome again to the next 24 hours of forecast starting tonight at 9 p.m. From Tanzania Meteorological Authority, my name is Ramadhan Omari. Windy is expected to flow at 40 kilometers per hour over the entire coast, and the side of the sea is expected to be rough. Over Lake Victoria, Tanganyika, and Lake Nyasa, wind speed is expected to reach 30 kilometers per hour. And TMA has issued an advisory of strong wind reaching 40 kilometers per hour and large waves reaching 2 meters over the entire coast. So necessary precaution should be taken over those areas. And tonight, dry condition is expected to persist over most part of our country with cool temperatures, especially over some areas of southwestern highland. And the rest minimum temperature is expected to be 7 degrees Celsius in Beira region. And tomorrow, few areas in Kagera and the Mara region are expected to feature partly cloudy condition, thunder showers, and sun period. While in Tanga, together with Unguja and Pemba ISOs, we are expecting to feature partly cloudy condition, light orange showers over a few areas, and sun period. And the remaining regions are expected to feature partly cloudy condition and longer sunny periods. And now, let's have a look on the next weather forecast over some regions of our country. And that is all for today. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
And that marks the end of our news bulletin for tonight. Do not miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. I am Teddy Mparanyanga. Have a lovely, lovely night.
Naangalia TBC1, ukweli na uhakika.
Kipindi hiki kimezaminiwa na PBZ.
Sisi ni bank, tupo tayari kukusikiliza. Kwa nini upate shida? Kumuuliza huyu yule kuhusiana na PBZ Bank. Tupo kukurahisishia majawabu ya aina zote kuhusiana nasi. Iwe kuhusiana na mwenendo wa miamala ya akaunti yako, kuhusiana na huduma za mikopo, kuhusiana na huduma mtandao, kuhusiana na program tumishi yani PBZ App, au kuhusiana na chochote kutoka PBZ Bank. Kupata majawabu ya maswali yako ni rahisi. Piga simu namba 08